Hello everybody and welcome to a GT Sport advice video on what I found to be the easiest way to improve your lap times and just get better in general at the game. And how you do it is honestly quite simple. Just watch the pros. Now you may think this is really obvious, but it's something I personally overlooked for a long time, and once I finally did go and watch the pros replays on the online time trials or for the daily race qualifying, for example, it made such a difference straight away. And yes, that may only apply to certain tracks and in certain cars, but there's a lot of principles and general driving techniques that you can carry over for whatever situation you're going to find yourself in the game. Now, of course, if you're near the very top of these leaderboards, this video may not be as helpful because you're doubtless doing similar things to the people at the very top. It's just a matter of refining it and just keeping on driving and practicing. But I believe for the majority of people, from average to pretty decent, this video should be pretty helpful. And to show you what a benefit it had for me, myself, I've done a bit of an experiment. And it's a pretty simple one. All I've done is just gone and done a few online time trials or daily race qualifying sessions as I normally would and set a time. And then after that, I've gone and watched the pros, just the person at the very top of the leaderboard in most cases, watched their lap once, and then immediately gone back out and done a lap and see if I've improved any. So now I'm going to show you the results of this test, but first off, I'm just going to point out a few of those things that I did learn and some of those techniques that you should be able to carry over for your general driving in other situations in the game. But we're going to start off in Group 3 car at the Nurburgring GP circuit. Now, first off, heading into the big braking zone at the first corner, the first thing I learned was I wasn't shifting down quick enough. The earlier you shift down, the easier it's going to be to scrub off speed. But obviously don't do it too early, otherwise you'll be hitting the limiter a lot and upsetting the balance of the car, and that's going to be the opposite of help to you. And speaking of scrubbing off speed, don't be afraid to really slow your car down in the middle of the corner. Of course, it's the standard slow in, fast out principle that I'm sure most of you, myself included, already knew, but what surprised me was the extent that the top people are actually taking it to. They're really getting the car slowed down at the middle of the corner on the apex to fire out and get a really straight shot out of the next corner and increase your speed that way. One final thing that I did learn, which may not apply to all tracks but certainly did here, is the extent that you can play with and take liberties with the track limits. So other than just general refinement of my lines around the circuit, those were my main takeaways. But now it's time to see what effect those little lessons I've learned have over a full lap. So I'll put the two side by side, the before and after, and you can see the difference for yourself. And bear in mind, this is after watching a replay once and then going out and doing one lap. This was my first lap out after watching the replay. So bear that in mind and let's see what happens. So there we have it, a difference of 1.3 seconds right off the bat, which is a great difference to see. And while I'm still not going to be troubling the very top people with that lap, that can shoot you a long way up the qualifying rankings for your daily races and in the world rankings for the online time trials. So I hope you found this video useful. Thanks for watching and have a good day.